Hello, how are you doing? My name is Sterling Gerard, and my mentor is Dr. Zhang. And currently, I will be able to explain how I've been exploring virtual reality with Oculus Quest 2 using Unreal Engine 5 as a journey into the immersive virtual world. During this week, I've been researching and learning how to enhance the aesthetics. I dedicated my time to creating more of an immersive and virtual appealing environment inside the MetaQuest 2 headset. During this VR preview, the simulation was smooth and the frame rates per second was causing some rendering choppiness. So these errors were needed for me to optimize the lighting because it plays a crucial role inside the virtual reality environment. To achieve more of a realistic effect, I had to improve the lighting parameters and the unbound volumetric lighting with lumen technology. The scene needed more global illumination because it became very costly when rendering and caused the whenever I was compiling it to be running a little slower than normal. So I had to look at the visual improvements, um, the lighting enhancements, which was different techniques for creating more realism. Navigational update was mastering the teleportation and enhancing the VR navigation. So to be able to move to navigate through these spaces seamlessly. With using something of this nature, I had to go inside of the user action inputs and to use more of a tracking to see certain distances to be able to compose this tracking device to accurately point in directions and move efficiently throughout the environment to help my spawn of the VR use different movements such as ensuring the smoother and also increasing a more realistic human to not have locomotion when running into different collision meshes such as the walls or doors to create more of a detailed visual experience. The graphics had to be updated to incorporate more of a global illumination and also for refining and the post processing, which is more of evaluating the different spaces so that the lighting wasn't shown into a area that wasn't more realistic, and also that the shadows will reflect and bounce off of the different objects to create a very more realistic look, and making sure that the objects was not looking dull. And this was integrated with using more like the nanite technology for better performance. So this week I was able to use different configurations within the blueprint and also my coding and the frame rate optimization. Some of my future work for the next week will be optimizing the MetaQuest 2 hardware, continue doing regularly testing and enhancing for the performance. Will accomplish developing character interactions with objects, engaging with more of my peer mentors, such as Dr. Zhang, and even doing more research for testing, collecting different feedbacks, such as my nephew. He is the age of 8 years old, and he has able to put the Oculus Quest MetaQuest 2 headset on and was to be able to see if he could interact with the environment and see how he was stimulated versus myself to be able to gauge with a child's perception versus an adult. I will be able to look more to adjust some of my different integrations, such as my LMS, which is a learning management systems, and expanding this project for deployment and check for different plugins and packages to be able to distribute better features such as the aesthetics, lighting, and interactive improvements. So I was able to implement different tools for engagement sessions, lengths, content interactions, identify certain areas that weren't beneficial, that was spending more time creating um, certain static meshes and able to create better geometry, so that was rendered and not having a unsmooth uh, unsmooth reaction. Continue to building the curriculum of learning educational modules for children with different standards and discoveries, and add more experiences for students to be able to have better learning sessions throughout this environment.